Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is calling for full transparency in the release of Justice Department documents related to the late financier Jeffrey Epstein, accusing the Trump administration of what she described as a cover-up in the handling of those files. Clinton made the remarks during an interview with the BBC while attending the Munich Security Conference in Berlin, where she urged federal officials to release the remaining documents without delay or excessive redactions. Her comments come as the U.S. House Oversight Committee continues its investigation into how the Department of Justice has processed and disclosed records connected to Epstein, who died in federal custody in 2019 while awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges. Clinton said both she and former President Bill Clinton have agreed to sit for depositions before the House Oversight Committee later this month as part of the panel's review of the Justice Department's actions. According to confirmed reporting, Hillary Clinton is scheduled to appear for a closed-door deposition on February 26th, with Bill Clinton expected to testify the following day. She stated publicly that they have nothing to hide and expressed support for the complete release of all relevant materials. The Justice Department has been under scrutiny from some lawmakers regarding the pace and extent of document disclosures tied to Epstein's criminal case and related investigations. Members of Congress from both parties have raised questions about redactions and the transparency of the process. At a recent congressional hearing, Attorney General Pam Bondi defended the department's handling of the files, responding to criticism about how documents have been released and what information remains withheld. Officials have cited legal standards, privacy protections, and ongoing investigative considerations as factors in determining how records are disclosed. Jeffrey Epstein was arrested in 2019 on federal charges alleging he sexually exploited and trafficked minors. He died in custody at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York City in what authorities ruled a suicide. His death prompted multiple investigations and congressional inquiries into jail conditions, as well as renewed public attention on individuals who had previous associations with him. Since then, calls for transparency regarding government records connected to Epstein have continued across political lines. In her recent remarks, Clinton characterized the document release process as insufficient and questioned why certain materials have not yet been fully made public. She did not present new evidence of wrongdoing, but framed her comments as a political criticism of how the administration has managed disclosure. Clinton also reiterated that neither she nor her husband has been accused of criminal conduct related to Epstein's offenses, and she maintained that any past interactions were not connected to illegal activity. President Donald Trump has denied any association with Epstein's criminal activities and has previously stated that he distanced himself from Epstein years before Epstein's arrest. Public records indicate that Epstein moved in elite social circles for decades and had contact with various public figures, business leaders, and politicians. Although such associations have not automatically implied criminal involvement, law enforcement agencies have repeatedly emphasized that presence in records or social connections does not equate to evidence of wrongdoing without substantiated proof. The House Oversight Committee's current review centers on the release and management of Justice Department records rather than a new criminal case. The depositions scheduled for the Clintons are expected to take place privately, as part of the committee's standard investigative procedures. Lawmakers have indicated that the goal is to determine whether document handling complied with applicable federal transparency laws and whether additional materials should be released. Legal experts note that the Justice Department must balance transparency with privacy protections for victims, third parties, and individuals who may be named in investigative files but not charged with crimes. Federal disclosure rules often require redactions to protect sensitive information, including personal identifying details and material that could compromise ongoing investigations. Officials have not indicated that the department is withholding documents unlawfully, but debate continues in Congress regarding the extent and timing of public access. Clinton's comments have added political dimension to the broader discussion surrounding Epstein-related records. The issue has resurfaced periodically in public debate since Epstein's death, particularly as additional court filings and civil cases have been made public over the past several years. Some lawmakers argue that full transparency is necessary to restore public trust, while others caution that document releases must follow established legal procedures. As of now, there are no new criminal charges announced in connection with this latest round of document scrutiny. The Justice Department has not indicated that it is reopening investigations related to Epstein beyond previously established matters. Officials continue to maintain that any future releases of documents will comply with federal law and court orders. The upcoming depositions of Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton are part of the committee's broader fact-finding effort. It remains unclear whether transcripts of those sessions will be released publicly. Committee members have stated they intend to continue reviewing evidence and may issue recommendations based on their findings. The renewed focus on Epstein-related documents underscores the lasting impact of the case on American political and legal discourse. Nearly 7 years after his arrest and subsequent death, questions about transparency, accountability, and institutional oversight continue to draw attention from lawmakers, the media, and the public. For now, the process remains within the realm of congressional oversight and administrative review. Clinton's call for greater transparency reflects a political dispute over document management, rather than an announcement of new criminal proceedings. Authorities have not announced additional suspects or charges related to the materials currently under review. As this situation develops, further updates are expected from the House Oversight Committee and the Department of Justice regarding document disclosures and the status of ongoing reviews. Officials continue to emphasize that any conclusions must be grounded in verified evidence and legal standards. The investigation into the handling of Epstein-related files remains active within Congress, and additional public briefings may follow as lawmakers complete their inquiry.